Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing part 2 of my massive TBR pile. In the last video I did all of these ones, and today I'm going to show you guys these. So yeah, let's just get started. Make sure you go watch part 1, and yeah, let's get into it. Like I said in the last video, these books have piled up because I took a break from it. I was studying for a test and I didn't have time to read and study. This was a while ago, but it kind of set me on having a break from reading, and then I got back into it again. So the books have piled up a little bit, but I'm ready to get into them. So the first book on my TBR is City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. I know that this is an older book. I don't know why I haven't read the series, but I figured if I got into this Shadowhunters series has so many books that I could read. Like, I don't even think that's all of them. So, or it's not Shadowhunters. I guess it's the world of Shadowhunters, but this is the Mortal Instruments. So, I'm super excited to read this. I don't really know what it's about, but I know it's about like warriors dedicated to ridding the earth of demons. And there's like werewolves and vampires, which back in the day used to be like my favorite thing to read about. So I think I'll like this. But yeah, so that's the first book. Next is Reign the Earth. This cover is super pretty. I think the reason I haven't read this is because I actually don't know. I know that this has a second book to it, but I am excited to read this one. It kind of gives me the same vibes as this book that I'm reading currently, like very similar vibes, desert-y vibes. So but yeah, this one is about Shalia's people are desperate to end the devastating war that has been raging for years with the adjoining kingdom. Willing to trade her freedom for the safety of the family, she agrees to an arranged marriage. And in the new country she's going to, magic is outlawed, which I think she has magic. And before she's crowned, she discovers that she can bend the earth to her will. So it's gonna be a good book, because those books where it's like an arranged marriage and she's got to like figure out a way to get out of it is super interesting. So I'm excited for this one. Okay, next I have actually 2 books from this same series that I've never read, so I don't know how that happened, but you know, I have Wind Witch and Truth Witch. I think Truth Witch is the first one and then Wind Witch is the second one, but it could be the other way around. I'm excited to read these. These are just about like witchlands, magic, you know, like how could it go wrong? I love books like this. I love fantasy, I love magic, so yeah, I have these in my TBR. This one's a hardcover and then this one's not. That's why the size difference, but excited for those. Next is one that I started. You'll see a theme of that a lot. Like, I'll start a book and if it didn't grab me, I just set it aside for later. Look at my dog in the background, he's so comfy. So yeah, Akeda Witch. It's about she's obviously a witch, but it's set in like Nigeria, which is super cool culturally to see. She was born in New York City, but she lives in Nigeria, and she's albino, hence why you can see right here. So I started to read it. It's pretty good. I just didn't grab me. It was right when I was trying to get back into reading, so I'll definitely pick this up again, but yeah. This next one is a thrifted book. I thrifted it because like that cover is super pretty. It's called Tiger's Curse, and this is a big book. It's really heavy. So this one is about Indian curse, a 300-year-old Indian curse. Face to face with dark forces, spellbinding magic, and mystical worlds where nothing is what it seems, Kelsey risks everything to piece together an ancient prophecy that could break the curse forever. And it says it's a fantasy novel, so that's right up my alley. So we'll see how this book goes, but I'm excited to read it. I've shown it in videos and people have been like, oh, I love that book. So I think it'll end up being really good. Next, I know it looks like I stole this from a library, but I get stuff off eBay a lot, books specifically, because the shipping is free and the books are like under $5. So I haven't like, they're library discards is what they are. So you can see like right here, discard from all across the world, which is really fun. So this is a library discard and you just have to take all the plastic off. But Five Dark Fates is, I believe, the final novel in, I think it's 4 books. So I read the first 3. The first one's called 3 Dark Crowns, and then it's 1 Dark Throne, and then 2 Dark Reigns. So I read those 3. Really good series. It's about 3 sisters, and they are born, and then once they're born, they all get split off, the 3 of them. Triplets get split off into different lands of their country, and they get raised depending on what magic power they have. So one of the girls is like a nature person, so she can grow flowers, grow plants, and then also has like a familiar, an animal that she can like kind of control, but it's her friend and that she can use it in battle. The other one is really good with poisons, so she's really good at poisoning, and she's also like can't get poisoned herself. She can eat poison and it's fine. And then the other one, what is the third one? Oh, the third one's like a storm person, so she can control like lightning, thunder, rain, wind, stuff like that. So anyways, they get split up at a really young age, and then they get brought up, and then once they hit like 16, I think, they fight each other, and whoever wins, like whoever kills the other 2 sisters, becomes the next queen. It's a really interesting concept. And then she reigns for like however long, and then once she gets pregnant, she goes off, has the triplets, and then like goes somewhere else, and then she's not queen anymore, and then these are like the 3 queens, and then they get raised. It's a really interesting concept, but this is the last book in the series, and I'm excited to read it. Okay, next, this is a book I thrifted, so it's probably pretty old, but it's called Mortal Engines. It seemed interesting to me. I think it's set in, I thought it was set in London, but maybe it's not. The great traction city of London, okay, it's in London, yeah. Of London chases one terrified little town across the wastelands. Okay, so it's basically a city on wheels that can like go overtake other cities, which is such an interesting concept. So I'm excited to read this one. I don't even know what that means, but it sounds cool. And then the next one is another one that I thrifted. It's called The Girl from Everywhere. This was a really cool, like the cover is kind of lackluster for me, honestly. Like if I just saw the cover, I'd be like, But it's about this girl. She's lived her whole life aboard her father's ship, sailing across the centuries, across the world. So basically her dad is looking, here, her father can sail to any time, any place, real or imagined. Her father is obsessed with obtaining a map of Honolulu that can take him back to his lost love, her mom. And so every time he if he ends up getting that map and traveling to her mom, she'll end up not existing anymore because of just how time works. So basically she's on this trip with her dad, and her dad's trying to kill her. So I don't know, like her dad's trying to get back to the mom, but by in doing so will kill his daughter, but he's gonna do it anyway. So it just sounded like a cool book. Like I don't know where it's gonna go, but I'm excited to read it. And then the last book, which has been in my TBR for so long, I need to read it, is Caraval. And it's about a game, legendary competition, a mesmerizing romance, an unbreakable bond between 2 sisters. And I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm sure you guys have seen this book, and the cover is beautiful, it's sparkly, and I know there's multiple books in this series, so I'm excited. I don't know if I would say I'm excited to read this because I would have read it already, but I'm intrigued by this book. So yeah, that wraps up my full TBR finally. I will continue to make book videos because it's just fun to me. So if you guys have any recommendations on different videos that you want me to do, definitely drop them down below. I'm down to do like recommendations and just pick like a genre and then show you guys all the books I've read that I've loved in that genre or whatever. So just leave any recommendations down below. But thank you guys for watching. Go in my description for Book Outlet for money off. I'll leave the link down below. And don't forget to subscribe and like this video. I hope you guys enjoyed and have a good rest of your day. Bye guys.